Got it. Live streaming. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Magid. Coming back to our quest of finding what it is, what Toastmasters is. And we're gonna have to mute some people right here. And Toastmasters, without going into a lot of details, is just a place where a lot of passionate people meet to practice public speaking, leadership, and communication skills. Now, who started this? A man called Ralph Simidley. A long time ago, about 100 years ago to be exact. And then people started saying, well, how can I start my own club? How can I start helping my own community? And then it grew wider and wider and wider until we had it in Egypt. I mean, when you have something in Egypt, it means that it's widespread because it's not easy to find something that strong in Egypt, right? I just dissed Egypt on YouTube, my bad.
Hell yeah!
Alrighty, awesome. So with that being said, let's share screen and show you guys what Toastmasters is. And we've got a doctor on the call. So Cairo Toastmasters Club, over 16,800 paid clubs are there around the world, and we are more than 358,000 members. Can you believe that? Over what? Over 143 countries. It is a nonprofit educational organization, as I said, and it empowers people to be more effective communicators. It helps you in a lot of ways, and one of the most fancy ways to use Toastmasters for is to probably put it on your CV to say that you've participated in a meeting, took a role in it, or even became a member at one point of your life. This is super strong in your CV. Trust me on that one. Now let's head on to the house deals. I don't want to take long because we have a lot to do tonight. First of all, we do not accept people talking about taboos. Taboos are sex, religion, and politics for no reason other than we are very immature and we cannot have a civilized conversation like anybody else. And we do not accept profanity, violence, racism, and I think we don't need to say that. Put your phones on silent. I know that you don't want to do it, but trust me, people will call you even if they never called before. They'll call you when you're on a meeting. And last but not least, please mute yourselves if you're not talking. You don't want to be like me, who one day, I'm just going to divulge something that nobody knows. One day, mom barged into a meeting and she said out loud, I had my mic on, and she said, I just found you a suitor. And everybody heard that on the meeting. So please just mute yourselves. With that being said, there's nothing else that we need to know other than do not use the chat box if somebody else is speaking, so that we show respect for everyone. And with that being said, do you guys hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Perfect.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Well, now we don't. Okay, I think you jinxed it. What happened?
Maybe her mother came in again.
With another soother. Okay, I think she dropped. Well, again, that was a perfect way to end her segment as a sergeant at arms. That perfect timing, couldn't be better. That's okay, Amr. It's okay. It was perfectly synchronized with what she wanted to say. So welcome, everyone. I am Mag Wasef. I'm the president for the year that started last July for Cairo Toastmasters Club. And I'm so honored to have with me such a great bunch of officers. Probably starting next meeting, we will be starting to have a quick, oh, hey, welcome back, Wala. You're back.
Okay, without any further ado, I think my internet will not help me, but yeah, go ahead.
It's okay. And then, as we were saying, probably starting next meeting, we will be start introducing a couple of officers who are serving with us this year or volunteering with us this year. This year, we do have, well, first of all, if I would shout on your name, would you please either raise your hand or use the emoji box just to show people who you are? I'm so honored and proud to have with me on the board this year, the VP of Education, Amal Kamel. So this lady is the go-to person for members if you need to have any questions about how to proceed with your projects, or we call them in Toastmasters pathways. And if you have anything to ask about how to run a speech, or do you need any information about how you make your public speaking skills better, so she's your go-to person for that. And we do have our other, like what do you call it, the cherry on top of the cake, our VP of membership, Ashraf Youssef. So if Ashraf is going to help you in any way, he will be the guy who will be onboarding you to this club. So if this is one of your first meeting, or you've attended the Cairo Toastmaster meeting before and you're interested to become a member, he will be the person who will tell you why would you join, what's the benefit for you to join, and how would you join. And we also have our great Sergeant at Arms, the one who just started the call right now, our great Wala. She dropped again. Seriously? So Wala today has many hats. She was the opener or the Zoom master, as well as she's serving as the Sergeant at Arms for the club for this year. We have also other executive members. Unfortunately, they're not there yet due to some reasons. But anyway, Cairo Toastmaster Club is very happy to have you all. Today, we're going to have a blast. We have international people from all around the world. We have international speakers. We have international table topic masters. We have international guests. I hope that you would enjoy. And our great Toastmaster of the day, Wala, chose a beautiful theme, which is called crazy words. So today we're going to learn some English, guys. Stay tuned for that. And back to you again, Wala. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Megan. Awesome. Thank you guys for bearing with me. And I think you're going to do that a lot tonight because it's very unstable. Moving on, now I want to do a visualization exercise with all of you. So let's all just relax, forget about all the hectic oh man, tongue twisters, all our hectic weeks, and close our eyes and breathe. Let's just breathe until I count to 5. So 1, take a deep breath. 1. Exhale. 2, deep breath. And exhale. 3, deep breath. Exhale. Another 1. Exhale. And
I think everyone is asleep right now.
Yeah.
We are
5.
public
Keep
breathing
your
expert.
eyes- Keep your eyes shut, and now I want you to imagine that I'm holding a tray of imaginary lemons. Without opening your eyes, I would like each of you to reach out and take a large, bright, yellow, juicy lemon from the tray. Hold it in your hand and observe the bright yellow color and the shape of your lemon. Feel the texture in your hands. Now I would like you to take an imaginary knife and slice your lemon in half. Yay, open your eyes. I know, you wanted to taste the lemon, but I'm not gonna let you taste it now, not now. With that being said, guys, who Who can tell me, like, who was able to actually imagine an actual lemon and taste it? Oh, not taste it, but like feel it. Raise your arms, don't give me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yay, a lot of people. And this sets the tone to our theme for today. It is about words. Words have power, and we got tired of the statement, but it is true. And you know what's crazier than words? Our minds. Because we hear the same words, we receive same input, but usually we get different imageries and we imagine different things. And it's all because of our backgrounds, our diversities, our environments, the things that we already know, basically our prior knowledge. Yep, all of that. So today we'll be speaking about the power of words and how words can get super crazy. And that's why we don't have a grammarian today, because we're not going to learn only one English word. We're going to learn a lot of them. And also, we've only accepted 2 people, the prepared speakers. They're not going to play with us because they've already got a huge task on their shoulders. So let's just leave them alone for now. But our table topic speakers are going to get words, crazy words that they have to use in their speeches. And also our role players are going to take words that they have to use in their reports at the end of the meeting. So this is about our theme for today. Without any further ado, let's jump into it and start with our role players. So let's introduce our first role player, who is going to be the counter. Ashraf, please introduce your role.
Thank you so much, Wala. My role today it has 2 different things. So number 1, I'm the general evaluator of today's meeting. I'm supposed to see what goes right and what goes not so right in today's meeting and comment on that. I am also the counter. Yanis. So it in place in order to complete the sentence. But why not use pauses instead of ahs and ums? So I'm going to be counting today's words, and hopefully you guys will be seeing my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Wala.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ashraf. Great. Looking forward to your report at the end. And now I'll just share the agenda real quick. So just so everybody's on board with us, the agenda starts with, of course, the Sergeant at Arms rules and the president's speech. That we're done with that. Moving on to our speeches, we've got 2 prepared speakers, and they're 2 evaluators. And in between the speech, the prepared speech segment and the evaluations, we're going to have the table topics where guests and members can volunteer to speak from 1 to 2 minutes. And we're going to have Omar Farouk. He's an international guest who's going to fill us in with more details about this interesting segment. Last, after the evaluations of the speeches, we have the reports of our role players. So the timer, the counter, and of course the general evaluator. And this is about it. The meeting is expected to end at 9. And afterwards, we're going to have breakout rooms so that we get to know everybody on a personal note. With that being said, coming back to our role players, our timer, please, Amr, introduce your role.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I'm the timer, and my role is to time the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the evaluations. I will alert you with the time you have left using the green, yellow, and red color. So take a look at my screen. I'm using virtual backgrounds. So this is the green color. This is the yellow color. This is the red color. The prepared speeches, they're icebreakers, which means that the members are delivering their first speeches. So they're shorter than usual. They're between 4 to 6 minutes. The table topics are between 1 to 2 minutes, and the evaluations are between 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at the minimum permissible time, yellow as we approach the end. And if you see the red, that means you have to stop speaking, but you have 30 minutes grace time. So if you see the red, don't stop abruptly. Just figure a way to wrap up quickly and finish within 30 seconds. And that's my role for today. I will report the times at the end. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. And now it is time to jump into our interesting segment, the prepared speakers. But before we start with our first speaker, we're going to introduce her evaluator, Mr. Magid Wasif. He's going to be our evaluator. Please give us more insights into her project.
Not this one.
So,
Thank you so much, Wala, for this introduction. Everyone, please welcome with me Gladys. Where is Gladys? Gladys Gondway. Gladys, show us with the show of hands. Show us who you are. So Gladys is our, as Ashraf was introducing her, she's our latest member, and she's the most fresh member on our team. Today, she's going to tell us about her first project, which we call it the Icebreaker, which is what? Which is the speech that everyone gives when he first joins the club or any club around the world. And she will tell us a bit about herself, and we will get to know during this 5 to 6 minute speech that she's giving, who is Gladys Gondway. So please put your hands together and welcome Gladys. She will be evaluated by the end of her speech about how she used the structure of her project and how did she use the pauses and how did she deliver the message properly. Thank you, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. President and everybody. Gladys has such an intimidating resume. I'm not going to say more, but she's going to introduce herself with her icebreaker. So her pathway is Presentation Mastery Pathway. Today, her speech title is Beware of What You Wish For. Beware of what you wish for. Gladys Gondway. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Evaluator. Who is Gladys Gondway? Well, Gladys Gondway is a fourth-born daughter of a philosopher and a teacher. She has 2 brothers and 3 sisters. Gladys is a wife, an economist, an accountant by profession, who has worked with a lot of organizations, both local and international. She has worked for international organizations such as USAID and American Embassy, just to mention a few. Gladys Gondway is an aspiring strategist. She is pursuing her Master of Business Administration with specialism in strategy. But most importantly, she is a mother of 4 boys. Yes, you heard her correctly, a mother of 4 boys. Let me say something interesting about the names of these 4 boys. Their names start with the letter A: Adriel, Adonai, Ariel, and Areli. But let me zoom in and tell you a little bit about Ariel and Areli. When I was 6 months pregnant, I had traveled to Johannesburg, South Africa for a workshop with one of the organizations that I was working for. While I was there, I felt a lot of fatigue, tiredness, and uncomfortability, things that I had not experienced before in my previous pregnancy. Well, when I got back to Malawi, I booked an appointment with my doctor. And I told my doctor the experience that I had when I had traveled. Well, he booked an appointment with me. He decided that we do a scan just to check what was going on. Well, I was lucky that at that time, I was with my husband in the doctor's room. Well, the doctor applied gel, poured gel on my tummy just to see what was going on inside my body. After a few minutes, we could all see on the monitor strange things. I saw 3 hands. My husband also saw something else. As we kept wondering in our thoughts and our mind, we were rescued by the doctor who told us that I was expecting twins. Well, that was an amazing thing to all of us. And interestingly, my husband was wondering in his thoughts, thinking about the financial side of life. Now I'm going to have to pay school fees for 2 people. Even if it's a haircut, it's going to be for 2 people. While he was wondering on the financial side of life, I was brought back in the past where I had the desire and the passion for having twins in the near future. I would literally go on Google and take pictures of young babies, twin babies. And I would keep these pictures in my phone, and once in a while I would look at them and admire them, not knowing that this is something that I was going to experience in the future. Well, like I said before, I'm coming from a family of 6. I questioned, why did it have to be me? Well, maybe let's call it a blessing. While I was wondering in my thoughts, the doctor told us to say, one of the reasons why we couldn't see these twin babies in the previous scan was because they are in 2 different sacs, and one was hiding behind the other. Well, 9 months down the line, we were surprised during the birth of these twins that they were in 1 sac and identical twins. Let me leave you with a question. Have you ever challenged your thoughts to the point of bringing them into reality? Thank you very much, Mr. Evaluator.
Is Wala back? Where are you, Wala?
Wala, wallahi.
Oh my goodness.
I'll
She's
be
having
back.
problems cutting in and out with her internet connection today. Okay. Well, I think I'll take over until she comes back. Thank you so much, Gladys, for the great speech. And now let's move on to our second prepared speech in that segment, which is our international speaker coming all the way from the USA, Nina Angela Lee. Please put your hands together for Nina, who will be presenting us her icebreaker speech as well. And one sec, let me just get you the title. 1 minute. Yes, it's called Time Flies, and it's on her visionary communication pathway. But before we pass the microphone to Nina, allow me first to introduce her evaluator, Amal Kamel. Amal, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Mag. Thank you, Nina, for joining us today in Cairo Toastmasters. Nina is making her a world tour, a virtual world tour, and she's chosen Cairo Toastmasters to give one of her speeches here, and it's an icebreaker speech. It's called Time Flies, as Maggot said, in Visionary Communication Pathway. Wishing you all the best, Nina. I can't wait to hear it. Good luck. Back to you.
Do you know that there are 1,440 minutes in a day? To organize those minutes, who of you make to-do lists? Me too. Do you get a little rush as you cross off a finished task? Do you ever forget to put a task on your list, and then after you have finished it, you write it on your list just so you can cross it off? I do. The following event caused me to reevaluate what tops my to-do list. This day started like most other busy school days. I got my 3 groggy boys out of bed, fed them breakfast, handed them lunch money, gave them a quick squeeze at the door, then did the dishes, put in some laundry, and headed out the door to do my errands before my after-school routine began. I got home just in time to put snacks on the table before my famished boys got home. Man, I was flying through my to-do list. My first boy home was Brandon. He was my 14-year-old. Brandon was nearly my height, had short, spiky hair, big blue eyes, and an ear-to-ear smile that would light up the room. But this day, Brandon shuffled in the door slowly, saying, "Mom, I'm so tired." As I moved towards him, I noticed that the whites of his eyes were an eerie shade of yellow. I thought, what on earth? I quickly grabbed my purse and my keys and helped him to the car. I felt sick with worry as I drove him to the emergency room. Within a few hours, Brandon's whole body was turning yellow. He was rushed in for a liver biopsy, which seemed to take forever. Finally, the surgeon came out and explained that my son had a rare, incurable autoimmune disease. His own body was killing his liver. Then he handed me a packet of papers that said, "Preparing for liver transplant." What? How could this be happening? Just yesterday, my son was out playing basketball with friends. He was just fine. Although Brandon's probable path was explained, nothing could have prepared us for the journey we had just begun. Surgery after surgery, year after year after year. The hospital became our home away from home as this horrible disease attacked other organs. On good days, Brandon's effervescent personality still shone through. It wasn't uncommon for him to be seeing his IV pole like a skateboard down the long hall, or making people laugh as he danced his way through the cafeteria. Sadly, one by one, the things that my son loved to do became physically impossible. Every day, we began looking for things to be grateful for. Some days we were grateful for the beautiful sunsets we could see from the hospital window. Other days, we were grateful for strawberry gelatin. I was grateful for answered prayers of comfort and for bedside sing-alongs. Who knew that watching sunsets, eating gelatin, and bedside sing-alongs would now top my new to-do list? During Brandon's latest hospital stay, his doctor came in slowly and in a hushed tone said, "I am so sorry. There's nothing more we can do." My heart was breaking. My son whispered, "Mom, I just want to go home." 3 days later, surrounded by family, my son's 17-year health battle was over, and Brandon went home. Through this experience, I learned that every day is a gift. that time flies quickly, and it is important that at the top of my to-do list includes things that matter most, like making memories. Friends, let's hold our loved ones a little closer, a little longer, and make the most of the minutes we've been given. Madam Toastmaster.
Wow. I am speechless actually after that speech. I hope everything is good with Brandon, and you're such a strong mom. You can walk him through this journey that he's going through.
Thank you.
Wow. I really don't know what to say. I'll pass the ball back to the table topic of the day. Omar, would you please save me here? Go ahead.
Maggie, it was such an emotional speech that was, and wonderful, such gut-wrenching and heartfelt. So teary eyes for some of us also. It was quite emotional. So, but from that, from prepared speeches, we'll move on to unprepared speeches. So table topics are all about impromptu speaking and thinking on your feet. Actually, table topics is mostly in our lives, majority of the time, 90% of your life, you do the impromptu speaking. You don't follow a script. Okay, Omar, I asked you something, okay, let me write a speech on it, then I'll give you the answer. You have to do it impromptu. So today's table topics, you all will be booksellers. They say, don't judge a book by its cover. You will be judging a book by its title. And I will be sharing with you some book titles, and you have to attempt it as a table topic, and you have to give a speech what that book is all about and why we should have it. It's up to you. Whatever idea comes to your mind about that title, you have to speak on it. But there is a twist, and I will give you an emotion also. For example, if I say sad, you have to give the speech in a sad mode. If I give you anger, you have to give the speech in an angry mode. And if it is a frustration, I am very frustrated. So you will be in the frustration mode. So that is the twist. And for each speech, I will be giving you a word. And I will explain the meaning. You have to use that word in your speech. So let's begin. Who will be our first victim or target?
Omar, excuse me for interrupting. We just need to have one quick poll for who will be the best speaker in the last segment, so people will not forget before we move on to the coming segment. So you have now in front of you a poll with the two prepared speakers. Please pick who do you think is the better speaker. That's actually not better. Which speech you think should be awarded the best speaker for tonight?
Okay. So I think Farida ma'am have raised the hand. So let's start with her. So your book title is, first of all, the word is can. Can means range of knowledge and understanding that you have to use in your speech. Range of knowledge and understanding. Okay, and your...
What is the word? Can.
Can, K-E-N, can.
Can.
Okay, yes. Okay, so your title is The Road Less Traveled. The Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. Tell us what this book is all about and why we should read it. And your emotion is anger.
So the road which is less traveled, is that the topic that you have given me? Of course, there are many roads which have been less traveled by me, but the reason why I did not travel them was not because I couldn't. It is because they were forbidden roads and I knew those roads would lead me to nowhere. This is why. Please do not make me realize of my own incapacity or my own incapabilities. There are more than enough people around me at work, in my social life, in my friend circle to remind me of all those things. I believe in applauding my efforts even if there is nobody else to clap for me. So I totally disagree with this topic. I do not want to venture into a book which has such a negative title saying the road which leads to nowhere. What kind of a title is this? And who would write a book on such a title? I totally disagree with this topic. And I know I can do a lot of things in life without venturing towards all these forbidden ways. I can do things within my own limitations, using my own talent, using my own knowledge, using my own way of handling things. And this is what I'm good at. With that, I wish you all a very good evening. I hope I could display my anger. By nature, I'm not a very angry person. So thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
One thing is proved. You are a terrible bookseller. we should not buy that book. Okay, I will not travel that road. Huh? So next, Raghu is there. Raghu.
Yes, Mr. Crazy Tabletop.
Raghu, your word is quell. Its meaning is to put an end. Quell. Quell. Quell.
Quell means, what is the meaning?
To put an end to something. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
To put an end. To put an end. To finish something.
To put an end. Quell.
Yes.
Put an end.
Yes. And your book is, okay, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus by John Gray. Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus by John Gray. And your emotion is sadness. You will be sad in this topic.
Alas, I decided to marry. I didn't know that we were unequal. The woman always had the upper hand. The wife says she is multi-talented and she can do multitasking at a point of time. I had to quell to my ego, saying I no more can compare with her. Why? She does the car driving. She takes office calls. Same time she listens to kids. Why? I cannot concentrate and I start fighting at that moment. I can really say that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. We both think very differently, isn't it? While she is busy thinking about the kids, she is busy thinking about what to cook in the home and what to do in her office. I am busy in my office and then just my Toastmaster meeting. Whenever I take up any topic on Toastmaster meeting, she just slams me saying, you just have one thing to do. You men have nothing else to do. But I have to cook, I have to take care of my kids, I have to take care of my office, I have to take care of so many things. You are the loser, always being single tasker, but I do multitasking. I again put quell to all my thinking and just go and attend another meeting, which is the Cairo Toastmasters Egypt. I'm here topic master. Thank you for insulting me by giving this topic. Yes, men are from Mars, the losers. Women are from Venus, always the winners.
That is interesting thing. And who said men are not superior or something? Men are from Mars. Mars is a good planet also. Well done. So next, who will take? Let me see. Galal, you want to take a topic? Let's go ahead. No, you will get an easy one, sure. Okay.
I'm always terrified when it comes to you.
Nah, No, it is okay. Let's give you a topic. So your topic is the monk who's first you get the word gallivant. The word is gallivant, to roam around, to go around one place to another in pursuit of pleasure and entertainment. Okay?
Right.
And your emotion is frustration. You are frustrated, okay, in this speech. So your topic is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. Very famous book. The
Sorry,
Monk. I'll repeat.
I can't see the screen. I don't know what's happened.
Okay.
View. I can't see. Full screen exiting. I don't know. I see the Gallivant thing, but I don't see the rest.
Okay, you can unshare the screen. Yes.
Okay, now I see everybody.
So your book is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma.
The monk who did what?
Sold his Ferrari.
Sold his
Ferrari.
Ferrari? Okay.
Yeah.
Ferrari car?
Yes. By Robin Sharma. And you are frustrated in this speech. Frustrated.
The monk is like a religious thing, right?
Yes.
We're not supposed to talk about religion or sex or politics. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so that's the title
basically,
of the book.
Galal, you don't have to worry about the title. The title is about a lawyer who decided to go into, he sold his Ferrari and he went back to know his inner self. It doesn't have anything to do with religion.
Yes, okay. It is how you interpret it. It's up to you.
Okay, and my tone of voice is what?
Frustration.
Frustration, yeah.
You already are actually.
Okay. Now start. This is incredible. I can't tell you what I've been going through. I was wonderfully gallivanting all around the world in my Ferrari. And all of a sudden, there was a song from Engelbert Humperdinck. I can't believe a man could tell a woman, please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. So I said, I'm going to change it, because my wife was sitting next to me. I say, don't believe me, don't ever let me go. And then her lips are cold while yours are warm. So she told me, how did you know her lips were cold? My God, I was trying to please her. And I gallivanted straight home. And since then, I've been a monk. And I don't know what to do with my life. And it's so frustrating. And you guys are looking at me and smiling all the time. I don't know what to do. And every time, Umar, you ask me questions, you make me sweat and sweat and sweat. I was a world champion in 100 meters, 200, 400, 1,500, 5 kilometers to get girls to fall in love with me. And I never sweated during those times as much as I'm sweating with you, Omar. Omar, and you're smiling. How could you smile this way when you get me to gallivant around and to throw away my Ferrari and to become a monk when I was madly in love with women? Now I have to stay away from them. What are you doing with me, Farouk? Why did you do this? Why don't you stay in Saudi Arabia? I hate the pandemic. I hate the Zoom sessions because they are so frustrating. Thank you. Back to you, sir.
That was very frustrating answer, actually.
Why do you do this thing?
So much, too much frustration. Too much frustration in it. That was. You are the symbol. You are should be the mascot of frustration. You know. Okay, Feroz, you want to try Feroz or Aya? Aya want to try the topic? Aya, you are on mute.
Yes.
Yes, you want to try a topic?
I'm not ready now.
You are not ready? It's all about not being ready. Nobody is ready for it. actually.
Oh,
So I will give you a topic. You have to talk about it. Okay?
okay. Speak about everything I want.
No, the topic that I give you, whatever comes to your mind, you have to speak about it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So yes, Aya is here in the town. Okay. So your topic is Aya. First of all, you will be angry in this topic when you will deliver it. You will be angry. Okay? And the book that I will be, and the word is abeyance. The word is abeyance. To the withdrawal or to be separated from something, this to distance yourself. That is the word you have to use. Okay.
Okay, but please share me the your screen to.
Okay. Yes, this is the word you have to use in your speech. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you can unshare Mahit, and let's give you a topic. Okay, your topic is Leaders Eat Last. This is a very famous book by Simon Sinek. Leaders Eat Last. Very good book. Leaders Eat Last.
Yeah.
And you are angry. Talk about
No,
this.
I'm not angry.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
attention. No, I'm not angry. As I just said.
Okay, okay. So give it a try. What does it mean? Leaders Eat Last. Why we should read this book?
I don't read this book, but I think that the leader or the mom can eat at the last because she is in responsibility for everything.
Okay. And what does that responsibility means?
What?
What is the responsibility?
I think that the mother or the leader do everything by himself, such as mother have to do everything by herself, to study with the children, to put the laundry on its to the washer. That's all.
You have 2 minutes, Aya. Use them. It's not a question and answer. You can have a 2 minutes room to talk
Yes,
about the topic.
leaders. What are your leaders' favorite leaders or something?
Okay. Also, I think that's the leader in the job also do everything, not everything by himself, but he have to see if all the employers do the work or not. I think so. That's all.
Okay, well done. You are great, awesome, amazing. So we have Umar with us. Umar with iPhone.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, you want to give it a try?
Okay, but it's my first time ever, so please give me an easy one.
Oh, easy one, huh? Any easy?
Yeah.
That is a tough one for me. Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
We have the same name here, okay? So we should help each other.
So your emotion is sadness. Okay. And your word is affable. Affable means able to express in words or describe in words. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to use that in your speech. And your emotion is sadness. And your book is, as a recommendation, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Very famous book. Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins.
The Giant Within. Okay.
Yes. You have to talk about it. Sell this book to me.
Okay. So right now I have a book called Awaken the Giant Within. This book is one of the greatest books I've ever read. But after reading it, I couldn't awaken my giant. My feeling then was it wasn't effable. Like it was so hard for me. Like they promised me that there was a giant that never happened. I was so sad that day. And I want to recommend this book to you so you can do what I couldn't. Sorry, but I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. I can't do anymore. Thank you.
So I started feeling sad also. Oh, I am not able to awaken my child. What is this? Okay. So that is interesting. So there is a lady with Ashraf. Ashraf, you so she wants to try it. Oh, I am catching all my victims.
Yeah, I've been hiding.
Yes, you're hiding, huh?
Yeah, and actually, my son here was pushing me. He wanted to see me in such a situation. I'm not gonna name it.
So your emotion is anger, and
Okay.
your word you have to use is argut. Argut. Okay.
Can you put the
its
definition,
meaning?
please?
Its meaning is sharp, acute.
Shrewd.
Mean you are
Yeah.
very sharp, shrewd also. Okay. And you will be angry in this topic, huh?
Okay, and what is the book?
Okay. So your topic is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Very famous book on financial education. Must read for everyone. So topic is Rich Dad Poor Dad, and you are angry.
Okay, so this book actually, I've seen so many young kids trying to follow the lead of this book, and they sometimes they take the just the term from the name without reading the book. They just seem to be are good, but they are not, because they just take it from the cover. They just think that, okay, because my dad is rich, so I can make it easily, or I can just assume the same route or follow their steps. Being a good definitely takes you somewhere, or takes you to good destinations, but you have to have a clear vision. You have to be a good in obtaining and identifying your goals, personal goals, and you have to follow a certain plan and to evaluate your strength and successes along the way. So this book is good if you actually know the meaning behind it. It's a very guiding, inspirational, but again, you have to use it without bias, without prejudice. And you have to be good in identifying or researching the different opportunities around you, and try to take good advice from the surrounding people, and learn from their lessons and success stories. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. You used the word of the day 3 times. Huh? The word of the argut. That is great. But you are not angry. I wanted a fight between rich dad and poor dad, having fight.
Well, Mr. Omar, actually, I'm not an angry person in nature, so it's very hard.
That's how you can practice having emotions in speech.
Yes. No, I'm not an actor by nature. Yes, if I feel this feeling, even if I feel this feeling, I don't show it easily, yani. So and now I'm using yani, so Ashraf will kill me. So yes, but basically, anger is not one of my characteristics. So it's hard to show my anger.
Okay, good.
So my son here is telling me that's why he wanted to hear my speech. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Welcome. You did really well. So you have Nada with us. Nada, you want to try? Nada Abdul Salam, I think. Galaxy. Or who wants to give it a try? Please don't be scared. Okay. Randa, you want to try? Randa Umar. No? Randa is there? Okay. Let's have Derek. Derek, are you there? Derek? I don't know why the people are scared. Market, you want to try? Market, let's put market on the.
Omar, I'm here.
Okay, Derek, you want to try, huh? So,
I will give it my best shot.
Okay, so we cannot see you. There's an echo.
Okay, can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you. Derek, your word is crestfallen, sad, meaning sad or disappointed. Okay.
Can you pronounce the word again?
Crestfallen. It is on the screen also.
Crestfallen. Someone's mic is open.
Yes, I don't know.
Maybe you're logged in from two devices, Derek.
No, just my phone.
Okay.
Probably someone next to you is logged in as well.
No, no one else. No one next to me is logged in.
Now it's okay. Now it's fine. Okay. So Derek, you want to try? Your emotion is anger again. Anger, huh?
Omar, you have an affinity for anger this morning, don't you? Today, don't you?
Yes, that would be interesting, you know. So your topic is Smarter, Faster, Better by Charles Duhigg. Your topic is Smarter, Faster, Better by Charles Duhigg. And you are angry.
My friends, I am so disappointed. Here I am, trying to become a better person, yet being misled. Misled by family, friends, even my lover. If you were to say crestfallen to me, that doesn't come to close to sharing how I feel at this moment. That book, Smarter, Faster, Stronger, whatever the rest of it is, I have no idea what it has to talk about. Why? It was kept from me. How often do friends, families, and yes, even our lovers keep things from us just because they think it's better for us? I know I do it as well, but hey, I'm human. So I see nothing wrong when I do it to you, but please, oh, please don't do it to me. Share with me the truth so I can know how to deal with it, as opposed to it blindsiding me. Let's not do that to each other. Sometimes it's better to share and be upfront, as opposed to hide to try and soften or comfort someone. Because when you're blindsided, it's almost as worse as getting hit from behind with a car, because what happens? Whiplash. And there goes the neighborhood. So help me not be crestfallen by sharing with me. Help your family, your friends, and your loved ones. Be not crestfallen by sharing with them. Be honest and open. Isn't that what communication is all about? Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Wonderful. Angry, Derek. Huh? That was a very angry reply. Wonderful. And next we have Andrea. Andrea, you want to try?
I'm here, thanks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yes. Andrea, I am giving the book titles and you have to apply a table, you have to give a speech on it. And I will give you an emotion also, okay? And that particular emotion you have to show in that speech. And I will give you a word also that you have to use. So your word is Miraki. Word is Miraki. Word is Miraki.
Miraki? Can I have a definition?
Yes, the word's meaning is
meaning
to do something with creativity, to do with something with soul and love, to put something of yourself into it. Okay, That is the word you have to use. So, and your book is
Toastmasters and
no. I will give you a book title. Okay.
A book.
Yes, on book title you have to speak what this book is all about and why we should read it. Okay.
Sure.
And your emotion is sadness. And your book is one of my favorite books. All are my favorite books, but this is one of the most favorite. So, The Code of Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakhani. I'll repeat, The Code of Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakhani. You are sad while delivering this speech.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning, good afternoon. It is with a deep heart as I read the book that my mind began to wander and ponder on the thoughts I consume within the book as it relates to the mind. I know that our mind is the greatest battlefield, and sometimes it's difficult for us to believe that we could really make it. But because of listening to the author in this book, my whole concept changed. I no longer believe that I can make it. I no longer think that my mind is my own and I can control my mind, because the words in this book cause me to reflect not only on myself, but Toastmasters and guests. Caused me to reflect.
I think she.
On it in
Andrea,
person.
can you hear us?
And read. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, it was cutting out for a while. So can we just give her 10 to 15 seconds again, Mr. Timer, to finish her speech?
I was wrapping up. I was encouraging persons to buy a copy of the book and to share it with their friends. And you will see what I'm expressing or saying about in this book, Tabletop Master.
Oh, a very sad bookseller, huh? That is good. Wonderful, Andrea, you did really well. And last, we have a last speaker. Noha, you want to try? No?
Okay. Easy one. It's been a while.
Okay. So your topic is, first of all, your word is rumpus, noisy disturbance. Okay. Rumpus, you can say, noisy disturbance.
Okay.
And yes, we can share it also. Here it comes, magic.
Okay.
Rumpus. And your emotion is you are frustrated, huh? You have make sure you are frustrated on this while you are selling this book, huh? Okay. Okay.
So
your topic, your book is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. I'll repeat. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday.
The obstacle is the way?
Yes,
the
obstacle is the way.
Is this the title you have to me? You have given all famous titles to everyone. You've given the man from Mars and women from Venus, and you've given the road less traveled, and you give me that topic. The obstacle is the way? What obstacle? Life is full of obstacles. Which one in particular you mean? I guess we have to read the book to know about that. Sorry about the rumbus. That's my kids. For some time, I believe that my kids are my biggest obstacles. But then I realized, well, I can use them to make this pump straight. Like I can get water and I can get food and I get things done from the comfort of my couch. Isn't that great? Turning your obstacles into opportunity. What kind of obstacle have you turned into opportunities? You will find in that book all kinds of supposed to be frustrated. Suddenly I turned into, okay, I guess that's the effect of the book. Over to you.
Wonderful, wonderful. In between you forgot you have to be frustrated. You started frustrated. Okay. Wonderful. And with this, I would like to end this table topic session. Lot of books. So you, very good booksellers we had. They try to sell these books, these different books, and these are my recommendations. Also, you should read them. They are very good books, and you will learn. All great leaders are readers. So with this, it was a pleasure serving you as the table topic master, and I would like to hand over the virtual lecture back to Mr. President Magid. I think Wallah is not still here. Huh?
Yeah, I think Wala has a damaged internet connection today. Thank you so much, our great table topic master of the day. Omar, you really added a new spin to that segment. As someone has commented in the chat box, it's a triple, it's a triple threat thing. You have a word, you have an emotion, and you have a book that you have to come up with 2 minutes speech about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We cannot thank you enough of how great that segment was. So now, just to give honor to our Toastmaster of the day, she asked me to use a word called bumfuzzle. It's like so hard. It's like, again, because her theme was crazy words. So I am supposed to use the word bumfuzzle in my speech, which refers to being confused, perplexed, or flustered or of the cause of confusion. So now I am actually bumfuzzled. That's typically the exact situation that I am in right now, because I have to step in and take her role in that segment. So before we move on to the coming segment, allow me first to thank each and every one of you who could overcome their fear and step up and talk for 2 minutes or less about a topic you've never prepared, you've never heard of, and let me tell you, you all did a great job. So please give yourself a good round of applause. And now it comes the part where we need to pick which of your great people had given the best speech. So let's start by the first one, who was, I believe, DTM Farida. She used the word can. So that was our first word. Farida gave us a speech, and she was angry, I believe, right, Omar? About the word can.
Yes.
The
correct.
the second word was quell, and this was given by Raghu from India, and he gave us a speech about quell. The third was gallivant, given by our favorite Galal Zaki. The fourth word was given by our great sister of our VP of Education, Aya Kamel. The fifth word was given by Omar, a fable. And then Argut was given by Nihal Nagar. Khalid gave us a speech about crestfallen. Andrea gave us a speech about Meraki, and we ended up, last but not least, by our favorite Noha Madani as the last speaker for this segment. So please, you will find out right now a poll where you can pick who was your favorite speaker out of all these 9 words. Go ahead. Take your time and don't be bumfuzzled like I am. Let me add something when because I see Sam, you've been raising your hand a lot. Where are you, man? Where's Sam? Sam, you had a lot of thoughts in the comments. Why didn't you step up for the table topic segment? Okay, Sam is not speaking. So anyway, yeah, Sam, you're still raising your hand. Do you have anything to say for us? So the beauty of this segment, when Wala came up with this crazy word theme, the idea was to use not so common words. That's the whole thing of having this part and this theme today. So it would, first of all, it would enrich your vocab. So you'll be using more of these words left and right. Some of them are really funny. And I will leave it to the rest of the meeting players, so they will use their own words. I believe Wala text each and every one of you separately about the words that you're going to use today. Is that correct, guys? Okay, so maybe some of you might use their words. Let me move on to the next part. Can we close the poll right now, Ashraf? Thank you. Now let's move to the evaluation part, and I'll leave the floor to our general evaluator, Ashraf Yusuf, to call on his team and get our feedback reports. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Meg. All right. So Omar, I mean, you did an amazing job today with the table topic section. I just want to say that I was completely dumbfounded the whole time. I was just trying to concentrate on the words, trying to grasp the knowledge that you have displayed with us today. And I felt completely zarted the whole time. Zarted means the fact that telling your opinion about something you totally have no idea about. So I felt zarted the whole time, completely not knowing anything about the topics. So thank you so much for that. Now that that's out of the way, thank God. Now we can go into the evaluation section. Our first evaluator for today is Meg Wasif. Meg is the evaluator for Gladys's speech, and he will be telling us how she did today. So please welcome Meg Wasif.
Thank you, our great general evaluator. First of all, let me ask you again to give a good round of applause to our first speaker for today and our last member to join Cairo Toastmasters, Gladys Gondway. How was it, Gladys? How do you think you did today?
I think being the first time, I think I did well.
You did awesomely well. You did not just do well, you did awesomely well. You had a great speech. I have so many points that I want to share with everyone about how you did your speech. It was awesome. I loved it. It was so personal. You made us go through your pregnancy journey. It was perfect. I think I know you better now than we used to know each other when we were preparing for this speech. So thank you so much for this great and awesome speech that you gave. Part of the strength point that you have today is your confidence. I felt very confident. I felt that you were very confident, not I was confident. I felt that you were very confident giving your speech, although I can sometimes hear your heart beating from my end. You were a bit nervous, and maybe in parts that you were trying to overcome that fear, you started to be a bit slower in your speech, and it could tell that maybe this is part of the stress that you had. But overall, the speech was very well paced. I loved how you were articulating your words. Every term was coming out properly. And I could not, like, for instance, say, what did she say? No, it was perfectly organized. It was perfectly articulated. I love your choice of words. It was very easy. You made us live through the journey that you had, especially having two boys, where you thought at the beginning that you'll have an alien with 3 arms. That was so awesome. Actually, I love that humor part when you were just throwing the idea to people. It's like, okay, I have a child in my womb with 3 arms. Like, how can that be? So that was a very good point that you started to discuss. It grabbed the attention of the audience, and it made them engaged with your meeting, with your until the rest of your speech. how audience got to know you better. I think by now people get to know that you are a very strong woman, because raising not only one child, 4 boys is such a challenge, and two of them are twin. You're such a tough cookie, I can tell, just by hearing your speech. And this is something that we are all happy to have you with. And this is, go girl, you can make it up until the end of this journey together. And you will be a source of inspiration for a lot of women members and all the members in that club. I hope so. Did you use notes today?
No, I didn't.
That was so awesome. I thought, is she using notes and I'm not noticing? But it was really well prepared. It was very well organized. You tapped on each point you said. And the last question you left with the audience was really awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks again for stepping up and giving your icebreaker speech. Thank you all. Back to you again, our great general evaluator. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Mag, and thank you, Eddie Silvermine, for the applause. All right, so our next evaluator, who is going to evaluate the second speech, which is Nina's speech, the incredible job that she did. Our second evaluator is Amal Kamel, and she will be giving us her thoughts on the second speech for today's meeting. So Amal, please go ahead.
Thank you, Ashraf. Nina, thank you so much for choosing Cairo Toastmasters to give your world virtual tour. And thank you so much for letting us into your inner circle and giving us this beautiful heartfelt speech. Time flies, and actually that's what's happened when you started giving your speech. When you started, and by the time you finished, I was like, oh my God, how did that happen? When did that happen? I don't want this speech to end. It was such a beautiful speech. You started with a hook. From the very first second, you gave us a question. Do you know that there are 14, I don't remember the number, but that many minutes in a day, you got our attention. How many of you have a to-do list? How many of you cross the words and love that feeling? So you made a very good connection with the audience. You're looking straight at the camera, and we could feel that you're talking to each and every one of us. Your posture, your body language was amazing. The vocal variety you used when you were giving us those visuals, when you're talking about your children, your daily routine, making breakfast, and all that very, very small little tasks that you do every day in the morning until you're giving them a big hug and before they go to school. That was beautiful visual. We were able to see your home. And then using the vocal variety from all that happiness and all that enthusiasm. And then when you're feeling down, when you had your son with the big blue eyes, even we saw the colors. When he's 14 years old, and then we're rushing to the hospital, we could feel you in the car. We could feel every movement through your speech and through the vocal variety that you were using. And sharing a personal story is mostly the most beautiful speech that anyone can speak of. When you're sharing a part of your life with your audience. So we could feel the honesty in your voice. We could feel every moment that you have lived in those 3 years from 14 to 17 years old. We could feel that. We could feel the gratitude, we could feel the happiness and the sadness in your voice. So no wonder that you're a songwriter and you know how to use your voice. I know that you're doing great with it, and I can only say good luck with the rest of your journey in the visionary communication pathway. You are a great addition to the Toastmasters family, and we're so happy that you were part of this today. Thank you so much for being in this meeting, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Amal, for that wonderful evaluation. Now let us go right ahead and vote for the best evaluator for today's speeches. The poll is now live.
Why don't you entertain us, Mr. A.D. Silvermine?
Entertain you with jokes? You like jokes?
No, with music. Oh, whatever you want. You can rap if you
Okay.
want.
Okay, sure. Let me get some music.
Come on, guys. We need one more vote. It's a tie.
All right, 5 more seconds.
This is suspense music.
Exactly. All right, and the voting has ended. Thank you, guys. Now, let us go right ahead to our report sections. We have 3 reports, actually 2 today. We have the counter and the timer. So Amr, please give us the timer report for today's meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, General Evaluator, excuse me. All the speeches, the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the evaluations were within time. I just want to encourage 2 table topic speakers, Galal and Aya and Omar, to speak a bit more because they barely qualified. They just hit the 1 minute mark. So they're within time, but try to speak a bit more and be more descriptive and add more details. Other than that, everyone is within time. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that detailed report. So now we are gonna go right ahead to the counter report. So Mr. Counter, please give us your report for today. Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. So the counter for today's speeches, there are 0 words in the 2 speeches that we had for today, which is incredible. I think this is the first time. Thank you, Amr. So this is, I think, the first time that we've ever had 0 in all of the prepared speeches for today, which shows how incredibly dedicated and well-spoken the 2 speakers were. So thank you guys for that and congratulations. Now, for the table topic section, I didn't really have any comments on the general table topic speakers for today. All of them were below 5, which is very, very good. You don't have to have... Amr, I'm going to take that button away from you, okay? All right. So there was below 5 for most of the speakers today. However, there was one person who was a bit using it a bit excessively, which is Aya Kamil. Aya, you used a lot of filler words in your speech, so please keep that in mind, which is fine. It's just fine. So yeah, that is the timer report. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you for your report, Mr. Counter. Now, we go right ahead to the General Evaluator report for today, which is also me. So hello again and welcome to my 3rd report for today. So overall, I really enjoyed today's meeting. You guys did an excellent job at managing to keep the meeting running and operating without any awkward silences, even though there were a lot of disruptions in the network and in the connections for a lot of the members. I see a lot of people popping up, then going away, and then the next person pops up, then they go away because the connection is unstable. So thank you guys for doing that. It is so important that we operate as a unit, and when something goes down, the other one pops up to fill in the role. And thank you, Maggot, for doing the Toastmaster of the Day role, even though Wala was not able to be with us because of her connection issues. And also, thank you, Ashraf. I have to thank him because he's doing an excellent job, as you know. So yeah, that's that. And what else? I really enjoyed that yeah, okay. Well, just one sec. Before we end this report, I just want to say we started on time. We started at exactly 7:15, and we did an excellent job with that, even though everyone was going home from work and they were in crazy mode. But thank you all for doing that in an excellent way. Now, let us do the certificates. Megan, take it away.
Yay! So before we do the certifications part, please allow me to launch the last poll for today about how you felt about that meeting. What do you think of the Cairo Toastmasters meeting today? Wow. Okay, someone wants us to improve. I'll go with these people who wants us to be improving. How can we improve? Okie dokie. Well, for those of you who find us below satisfactory or satisfactory at least, please, we have a breakout room at the end of the meeting where you can share with us the flaws that you find us having and how can we improve for the coming time. So we have 6 people who might need to stick around a bit after the meeting is over to talk to us about how can we make it better next time. Thank you for that, and thank you all for your time. And now it comes to the award segment. Where is Mr. A.G. Silvermind? Yeah, I need your drum rolls to be ready because now we are going to share. I don't know how it's going to work between the two of us. Can I share my screen and you share your sound at the same time? I don't know how.
No. You need to stop sharing so I can share the sounds again.
Okay, so do the drum rolls, I'll share, and then I'll give you back again control.
Okay.
So the award for the best speaker award goes to Nina. Thank you so much.
Great job.
Thank you so much for taking the time and staying. Well, yeah. Well, you're not staying up. We are the one like heading ahead of your time zone. Thank you for making the time to be part of our meeting today. Thank you so much. Thank you. And
congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Voice Master. You call it what?
Soundboard Master.
Yes, that's the name you chose. Okay, thank you, Mr. Soundboard Master. And the second actually award was a tough one because we had a tie, and since we all have great speakers, we just need to say now that the tie goes between 2 awesome table topic speakers, and it goes to thank you, Amr. Sorry, Mr. Galal Zaki and Mr. Noha Madani. Thank you all for being part of this table topic segment. Thank you for Omar, who is the great table topic master that gave us a great and fun part where we had to enjoy new words, new segments, and again, a triple constraint or a triple challenge where you can prepare a speech and an emotion and speak about a book. Wow. The last one, I think you all saw it right now. The last one goes to for the best evaluator. Sorry, for that. Best evaluator today was Amal Kamel. Congratulations, Amal, for another well-earned and deserved award. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you all. Please, Noha, please share with us your email so we can email you your certificate. We already have Nina's email. We have the rest of the members' email. For those of you who are interested to be part of our communication network, please share with us on the chat box right now your phone number and your email address so we can add you to our communication and we can keep you up to speed and up to date with all the meetings that we will be having here with Cairo Toastmasters Club. I think that part concludes the meeting for today. What's left is to take a group photo. So for those of you who were not showing their cameras or they were not showing their beautiful faces from the beginning of the speech or the meeting, please do so right now because we're going to take a group photo with everyone. For those of you who are having their cameras on and do not wish to be part of our group photo, you are allowed to turn your cameras off. So yes, please all look at the camera. Where's Omar? Where's the rest of the people? We have Andrea. Yeah, go ahead. Perfect. So if we're all ready, let's say all Toastmasters. Toastmasters. Thank you so much. Thank you, Am. As we were saying, we will have 10 minutes. Actually, we can turn off the live streaming right now. Can we turn off the live streaming, Mr. Zoom Master? Mr. Zoom Master? Just like, yes, please turn off the live streaming.
Who's the Zoom Master?
Ashraf.
Ashraf.
Ashraf. Please. Thank you, Farida. Thank you, Toastmaster Farida. Thank you, everyone. We will be having again a breakout rooms now for 10 minutes for those who are interested to know more about Cairo Toastmasters Club, how to join. Or no, not recording. We don't need recording. We need to shut down the streaming. Okay, until we sort this out, please, for those of you, and again, for the 6 people who found out that we have